All right. Okay. Today I thought we would do kind of half and half, kind of work on Hanumanasana, which is basically splits, which is basically both hamstrings and quads, right? Because when you're in Hanumanasana, right, one leg is in front, one leg is going behind, and so it's hamstrings and quad that have to be lengthened. And generally we'll do a class on hamstrings, but then we don't do the quads. So this one will be like kind of lengthening on both sides. Mainly because Kiona's been like, she's going to be able to get her leg up to her ear like pretty soon. Right? She's like this close on her splits. She was making me do my splits and she was measuring. She's like, "Mom, you're still at 5 inches above the ground, which is where I've been for the last 30 years." And she's like, "Look at me, I'm almost there." I'm like, "Okay, that's nice." She was doing something, I forget what she was doing, where she's like, "Oh, Mom, I can touch my toes to my," oh, she can do a thing where she can actually grab her feet and then her feet like curl all the way up to her ears. So remember, her feet can go to her, it was like her forehead and her eyebrows and then her eyes. Now her feet can go like all the way to her ears. So because she was asking me to help her with her back bends. Yeah. And then she did her back bend and then she grabbed her feet from her back bend. I'm like, okay. Okay. All right. So we're just gonna try, we're gonna still try for Hanumanasana like we've been doing, like I've been doing for 30 years and still where I'm at. Okay. So let us, we will start out onto our back. Let's set her onto our back, hugging our knees into our chest, rocking from side to side. It is a sunny, oh, it is a nice sunny and Saturday morning. Oh, what am I gonna do this weekend? I've got 2 kids that are sick. Oh, we're not going anywhere this weekend. Okay. Hug the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg out long. Really warming up the psoas and really squeeze down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze down. So that means we have to lengthen the hamstrings and then we also have to lengthen the quads. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Toss the left arm overhead. We're gonna roll onto our left side. We're gonna do a quad stretch. Roll the right shoulder back and down. Press the knee towards the wall. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Hug the knee, right knee into the chest. And we're just gonna go back and forth between that. Right, so squeezing down, that warms up the psoas. And quad stretch. So really we're pushing the hip forward. Hugging our knee to the chest. Quad stretch. And kick the foot into the hand. And release, circle it out. Oh, my chiropractor had an interesting saying. He was like, motion is lotion. I'm like, oh, I've never heard of it said that way before, right? Because I always talk about joint movement and synovial fluid and lubricating the joints, but I'm like, well, that's a cute, I've never heard it articulated like that. I thought that was cute. All right. Oh, that's strap. Oh, get my strap. Ooh. Okay. Take the strap around the right foot or a towel. Oh, we haven't done this in a while. Okay. Hamstring stretch. We have to do some hip flossing. Yeah, last week we did shoulder flossing. This week we got to do some hip flossing. All right, so half happy baby on the right side. So it's almost like you're in an upside down runner's lunge, right? So if the floor was in front of you, you would be in a runner's lunge. So you're gonna half happy baby, pull the right knee to the outside of the right rib cage. Okay. Now we're going to do PNF, which I didn't ever remember what it stands for. But we're going to do PNF, which is, if you will remember, is when we resist bending the heel to the sit bone, and then we're going to resist straightening the leg overhead. The foot doesn't get higher, so it doesn't straighten going like this. It's straightened. So imagine it can go no higher from the floor. It can only go lower when you kick it overhead. So I'm going to only kick it like 5 or 6 inches. So I'm going to resist, and I'm going to kick it towards my head, actually towards my ear. And I'm going to resist. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that like a couple times, and then we'll resist kicking down, and then we'll do the passing back and forth. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to resist. You're trying to get it towards straight, which isn't going to happen, but like you're going to get it towards over your head, but you're not going to go up towards the ceiling. You want to go back and not out in a V. You want to go back. So you want to resist with your hand. Okay. And then come back to that recline runner's lunge. And you're going to resist with your hand. You should do it with your right hand. I'm doing it with my left because my right shoulder, I don't want to aggravate it. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's getting better. And resist. And resist kicking overhead. And resist overhead. And resist overhead. Okay, now we're going to go down the other way. So we're going to keep pulling the knee down to the outside of the rib cage. And you're going to resist bringing the knee, or bringing the, sorry, what is this? The ankle towards your sit bones. So you're going to resist. You're really trying to bring your ankle towards your sit bone, but you're resisting with the hand. And you're going to resist going back. And you're going to resist. And you're going to resist. And you're going to resist. And now you're going to put the two together. Oh, actually, just shake it out. Now I'm going to put the two together. Oh, actually, just take a moment to lengthen out and see. Ooh, okay. Now we're going to put the two together where we go like this from Half Happy Baby. We're going to resist, 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 resist. And we're going to kick overhead. We're going to resist, 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 resist. Yeah. So, yeah, I think I want to spend a good portion of this morning really like just flossing the hips. I haven't done this at all. Okay. So we're going to resist, 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 resist. And then we're going to come back up and keep going. Resist, 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 resist. We're going to resist, 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 resist. And we're going to resist as we kick over. And resist. And we're going to resist as we kick over. Okay. Whoa. Oh, circle that out. That right hip should feel like jello. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Okay. Okay. Oh, that should feel more warmed up this morning. Let's go to the other side. Okay. Happy baby. Half happy baby. Like so. Oh, feels so much stiffer on this side now, right? Half happy baby on the left side. And just kind of, you're in that reclined runner's lunge, like so. And you're going to resist. Right, you're going to resist. What are we doing? We're kicking overhead. We're going to resist kicking and straightening up leg overhead. And then come back to runner's lunge. You're going to resist kicking overhead. Back. And you resist kicking overhead. And coming back. And you're going to resist kicking overhead. Coming back. Okay, now we're going to go heel to sit bone. And we're going to resist. Resist, resist, resist. We're going to resist, 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 resist. Resist, 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 resist. One more. We're gonna resist, 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 resist. Okay, and shake it out. All right, now we're going to add the two together, which is we're going to go on the left side, right? We're going to kick it straight overhead, and then we're going to resist all the way down to kicking the sit bones, and then we're going to go back and forth in the full range of motion in resisting. Yeah? Okay. So in half happy baby, we're kicking overhead. We're going slow, right? It's harder when it's slower. And then we're resisting. And we're kicking it overhead. And we're gonna bring it down. I'm kicking it overhead. And then coming down. Okay. Oh. Okay. And then circle it out. Extend the legs out long. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do we'll take our knees to tabletop. We need to do a little bit of core work. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So knees to tabletop. We're gonna do what I call elevator legs, because it feels like they're going down an elevator when they're not. You're gonna slowly straighten the knees out to 80%, but your feet are staying the same distance from the floor. It's gonna feel like your feet are going down, but they're not. Yeah, so normally when you straighten your legs, they go up like this, right? So when we smash the low back into the mat, so tuck the tailbone, engage your core, and you're gonna slowly start to straighten out your legs. But it's gonna feel like, see, they feel like they're already going up. So like they're gonna feel like they're going down, but they're not. Right, they're actually staying the same height as the floor. They're gonna feel like they're going down, but they're not. Yeah. So you're gonna go very, very slowly, and this is really gonna engage in the core. Slowly come back and forth, nice and slow. Go really, really, really slow. Last one. Again, it's gonna feel like your feet are going down an elevator, but they're not. And release, release, release. Okay. Now let's rock up onto seated. And taking the twist over to the left. And just taking the twist over to the right. Side bend. And just kind of get the blood flowing. Inhale. Exhale. We're just warming up kind of the side body. I'm going to switch to the other side. All right, let's go ahead and get into all fours. Get into all fours, extend the right leg back, rock forward, rock back, get into the calf. Rock forward, rock back, and float the knee off the mat. And press it back, one-legged down dog, big leg circles. Come into down dog. And get into the hamstrings. Right, anterior pelvic tilt. So if you want hamstrings, it's anterior pelvic tilt. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, step the right foot back. Runner's lunge. Notice how your runner's lunge is a little bit more open than when we usually first do a runner's lunge in class because we just spent some time flossing our hips. Drop the back knee down, inhale. Forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Right, the psoas, if you're going to open up the quads, well, psoas isn't really connected, but anyway, inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down. All fours, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Cobra. Tap the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Right foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky, and close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step the left foot back, drop the back knee down, inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Posterior pelvic tilt here opens up the hip flexor. Inhale. Windmill the hands down, all fours. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step the right foot back, drop the back knee down, inhale, forward, up and back. Exhale, open. Inhale. Windmill the hands down, step it back, all fours, high plank, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat. Inhale. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step the left foot back, drop the back knee down. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale. Windmill the hands down, all fours. High plank, lower down. Inhaling, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back down, facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky, swing away, forward, runner's lunge. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back. Drop the back knee down, inhale. Forward, up and back. Exhale. Right hand, side bend over to the left. So clasping right wrist, side bend over to the left. and roll the rib cage open. That's going to open up your psoas. Then windmill the hands down, all fours. High plank, lower down. Inhaling up dog, exhale, tuck the toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, clasping left, wrist side bend over to the right. Posterior pelvic tilt, roll your ribcage up towards the sky. And come to center, windmill the hands down, pop the back knee off the mat. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale. Plant the hands. Step the right foot back, drop the back knee down. Inhale, forward, up and back. Clasping right wrist, go left. And we're going to take the twist. You're going to find the length in the psoas, and you're going to twist, twist, twist. Whoa. Boy. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Windmill the hands down. Step it back into high plank. Lower down. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down. Inhale. Forward, up and back. Clasping left wrist going right, and then we're going to twist to the outside of the right leg. Yeah, finding that length. And twist. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, windmill the hands, pop the back knee off the mat, rock forward, rock back. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky. And close the pose. Okay. Let's go work on our hamstrings. We're going to need a block. If you don't have a block, you can use a set of books. Anything that is solid that you can press down on is good. Oh, we lost Anjali. Hope she comes back. Okay. All right. So, fourfold. We're going to do some hamstrings. We're going to do some hamstring stuff. Okay. Inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. So we're a forward fold. This is all about our hamstrings. Hamstrings is the anterior pelvic tilt. So dump the soup bowl. The more you anterior pelvic tilt, the deeper the stretch in your hamstrings. You're going to put the weight into the heels, flex the toes, and pull the toes off the mat. So you're leaning back, weight is in the heels. Weight is in the heels, you're reaching forward to balance. Anterior pelvic tilt gets you deeper. Gets you deeper, gets you deeper, gets you deeper, gets you deeper. You kind of have to be in it past the 20-second mark before your muscles will like release. And allow you to go deeper. Okay. And put the toes down. Okay. You're going to lift, come onto the balls of the feet, come forward. Again, more anterior pelvic tilt. More anterior pelvic tilt. The secret in forward fold hamstring is anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt. So if you're in split, half of you is an anterior pelvic tilt, half of you is not. Or half your hip is, right? Anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt to get deeper, 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 deeper. Yeah, and then lower down. We're going to do both again, right? So we're going to go putting the weight into the heels, flexing the feet, lifting the toes off the mat, anterior pelvic tilt, reaching forward to balance. You're going to have to get past the 20-second mark before your muscles are going to even release anterior pelvic tilt. So you just keep focusing on the anterior pelvic tilt. All right, so many people just focus on the, oh, I want to touch my toes, oh, I want to get deeper, how can I can't get deeper? Focus on the anterior pelvic tilt, and that's what's going to help you get deeper. Anterior pelvic tilt. And then at the 20-second mark, like your muscles release and you can actually go deeper, like a couple centimeters, because you go past the fight or flight response of your muscles. Anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt. Okay. And then put your feet down. We're going to go the other way. Yeah. We're going to go the other way. We're going to lift the heels. Anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt. Coming onto the balls of the feet. And release. Release, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up, nice and slow. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Oh, get the blood flowing because we've just been upside down. Whew. Okay. All right. Let's take it back down. I really want like breakfast, like pancakes and waffle. All right. At the top of the mat, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Okay, it's all about hamstrings. We got to get to quads. All right, inhaling. Right leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Come on up, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge, crescent lunge. Press that back heel forward. Yeah, so stack back heel over the ball of the foot. Come down onto your knee. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stay low and we're going to straighten the back leg. We're going to straighten the back leg. And we're going to hover the knee like a couple inches off the mat. Yeah? Okay. So we're in low lunge. We're going to straighten it and just lift it 2 inches so it's straight because it's only going to be like 2 inches off the mat. So it's a low lunge, low crescent lunge. For 4, because you're going to open up this front of the, what is this? The left hip flexor. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come back down. Yeah. And we could stay up there for like 30 seconds, but that probably wouldn't. I don't think we'd last. We got to build up to it. So we'll do a couple rounds of that. That's going to open up this hip flexor back here. Because if you think about it, this is where, right, this is where the split starts on the back leg. Yeah. Okay. So crescent lunge. I'm sorry, low lunge, and then straighten the back leg. For 5, 4, take the ball, 3, 2, and 1. And lower down and rest. Oh. Okay. All right, again, from low lunge, straighten the back leg. Back knee comes off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Take the big giant yoga ball that you have in your hand. Slowly, slowly, slowly lower it down. And then slowly, slowly pick it back up. And slowly, slowly lower it down. And slowly, slowly pick it back up. And release. Release. Pull the hips back to half Hanumanasana. Oof. Ah. Anterior pelvic tilt. To lift the collarbone forward. Anterior pelvic tilt. Gets deeper into your hamstring stretch. Okay. So, no, not yet. Okay. So come back into low lunge, windmill the hands down, step back, high plank, lower down. Inhaling up dog, exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling. Left leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge, drop the back knee down. Inhale, coming up. You're in a low lunge. Okay, so same. Right, same. Is we're going to straighten out the back leg. We're going to have the knee 2 inches off the mat. So straighten out the back leg. Back knee pops off the mat for 4, 3. Take the ball overhead. Toss it behind you. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release and rest. And rest. We're gonna do a couple rounds of that. And then we'll flow. Okay. All right. Okay, ready? And who's sweating? I'm sweating. I don't feel like we're doing a lot, but we are doing a lot. Okay, pick up your big yoga ball. Pop the back knee off the mat. Straighten out the legs. Stay low, stay low, stay low. So for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Oh. Okay. Ready? And back knee off the mat for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take the yoga ball, slowly lower it down. Take the yoga ball, slowly bring it back up. Take the yoga ball, slowly lower it back down. Take the yoga ball, slowly bring it back up. And rest. Pull the hips back, half Hanumanasana. You can use your blocks to support you, like so. Collarbone forward, collarbone forward. For 4. Ooh, pull the left hip back. Anterior pelvic tilt. Left hip back, anterior pelvic tilt for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. When plant the hands down, all fours, lower down. Take your vinyas. Take your vinyas. Inhaling up dog, exhale, tuck the toes. Press it back down, facing dog. You're gonna be hips be like jello today when we're done. Inhaling left foot in between the hands, runner's lunge. Ooh. Back foot to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhaling all the way back up, floating arms up towards the sky, and close the pose. Okay. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands. Step it back, high plank, lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky, swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Come on up, crescent lunge. Sink deep into your crescent lunge. Your hips should be super open right now. Go ahead and fly into warrior 3. Inhale, come on up. Left knee into the chest, right hand, toss it behind you. So lift, open, open, open. And then we do a quad stretch on the left side. So lift the chest, press the left hip forward, both hips go forward. Press the left knee down and back. And get that quad stretch. Kick the foot into the hand. Thumb points up. So make sure to grip your thumbs pointing up. Kick your foot into the hand. Be like a martini glass for your dancer's pose. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Release, release. Oh. I'm standing at the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back. Lower down. Inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Come on up. Crescent lunge. Swing, reach forward for warrior 3. Inhale, come on up. Hug the right knee into the chest. Toss the left arm behind. And then come into a quad stretch. And then kick it into a dancer's pose. And then release, top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up, exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. You're going to flex the foot and kick the right foot to your right wrist. Yeah, so you're going to kick forward. This is hip flexor strength. Yeah, which is hamstring flexibility. You're going to kick the right foot towards your wrist and then put the foot down. Inhale, left leg comes up towards the sky. So you're basically doing like shortening your dog. Flexing through the left foot, kick the left toes towards your left wrist. And put the foot down. The right leg comes up towards the sky, flex the right toes. Kick the foot to the wrist. And then just keep going. You're going to lift the left leg, kick the foot to the wrist. Float the right leg, kick the foot to the wrist, get a block as you get shorter. Kick the foot to the wrist, hike the hip up, kick the foot to the wrist. Yeah. Float the left leg up, kick the foot to the wrist. And then float the right leg up, kick the foot to the wrist. That's your hip flexor, that's your anterior pelvic tilt. That's going to get you deeper into your hamstring. Left foot, kick the foot to the wrist. Now we're going to do one round of opposite. We're going to kick the right foot to the left wrist. And then put the foot down. And we're going to kick the left foot to the right wrist. And we're going to put the foot down. Shake it out, shake it out. Bend the knees. Rib cage goes onto the thighs. Primary goal, keep the rib cage on the thighs. Wrap the elbows around. Anterior pelvic tilt, straighten out the legs. You're not going to get to straight. And release, release, release. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And close the pose. Okay, I'm hot. I'm gonna turn on the air conditioning. Ooh. Okay. All right, top of the mat. Top of the mat. Are we warm? Are we warm now? Okay, inhale. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Lower down, inhaling up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg comes up towards the sky. Right foot in between the hands, runner's lunge, side angle. So let's come into a side angle. Side angle. Inhale, come on up. Warrior two. Breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten out both legs, reverse triangle. Really opening up this side body right here. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're coming down for triangle. Twist open. Twist open. Toes in, heels out. Anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt. Okay, inhale halfway up. Okay, we're gonna do froggy. Yeah, we're gonna do froggy. So it's not directly, it's high, right? Like froggy is for side splits, but you can imagine that those are also restrictive when you're, I mean, it is tangentially impacted when you're trying to do a frontal split, right? So let's go and do some froggy. Froggy, you need like 30 seconds, at least a minute, right? Can't do this like for 10 seconds. Like it's just the fight or flight. The muscles are not. Nope. The muscles aren't like gonna release in 15 seconds. All right. Oh, come on out. Slowly extricate yourself. Oh. From froggy. We've got come into lizard. Oh, you can bring a block with you. The sun is, this is like the time of year where the sun hits the, let's see. There we go. Oh. to lizard pose. And come into, I forget what this is, king pigeon? No, I don't remember. What is it called? That's one. Oh, I don't remember what it's called. Okay, this one, because you're adding the quad stretch. Ooh, ooh, hey, quad stretch. For quads, like I find like rollers, yoga balls. That actually I feel like is more effective in terms of efficiency for getting the stretch because your quads are just tight. Ooh, oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Oi. Okay. So now we're gonna go try like full split on that side. Yeah. Okay. Towel, slidey surface. If you're on carpet, use like a paper plate because that will slide on carpet. Yeah. Okay. Grab your blocks if you have them. Use them as support. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can go straight into it, or you can rock it out. So you can go forward, runner's lunge, pull it back, slide, rock forward, pull it back, and slide. So not so much anterior pelvic tilt, but make sure you try to sit up, like try to come up to vertical. Oh. You can also put, this is why I ended up with 3 yoga boxes, you can also put a support underneath as well. Okay. When you're ready, slowly extricate yourself from the pose. Okay. Oh. All right. And then we gotta go do the other side. What did we do? We did, oh yeah. Okay, come into all fours, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. We're gonna come into side angle on the other side and do the other side. Oh, but just take a few moments here to take inventory of your hips. How's your right butt cheek feel compared to your left? Can you get deeper into your down dog with that anterior pelvic tilt? Inhaling, left leg comes up towards the sky. Swing it way forward, runner's lunge. Whoa. Drop the back ankle down and slowly coming up. Side angle. Inhale, come on up for warrior two. And really sink deep into that left knee. Straighten out both knees. Turn the toes in, heels out. Oh, triangle pose. Sorry, triangle pose. So reverse triangle first. Reverse triangle. And really open up the psoas. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Toes in, heels out, wide-legged forward fold. Anterior pelvic tilt. Go deeper into your anterior pelvic tilt. Then come into froggy. So we're going to do froggy again. This will really help. Like when we end up doing like a deep pose twice, it really adds like exponentially compounds the effect of like being able to go a lot deeper. So when you're in froggy, your shin bones are parallel. And focus on your breath. The longer you can extend the exhalation, the longer you can have time for each muscle fiber to lengthen. So instead of focusing on like, oh, I want to go deeper in the pose in terms of like, oh, I want to physically get lower into the pose. If you focus on the exhalation and lengthening the exhalation, can you sink into your pose deeper because of the exhalation? And slowly come on out. We're going to do lizard pose. Oh. Oh. Now lizard on the left side. Use your block. And then when you're ready, come and do the quad stretch. Wow. And release. And then now go into, Hanumanasana, full splits. All right. And when you're ready, you can come out of it. And we can come have a seat. Oh, butterfly. Oh, and flap it out. Okay. Where's my strap? There we go. Okay, seated splits. We'll do our 2-minute seated split. I like to take a strap, I wrap it around my table leg. The other thing is, or I've done it where like I pull underneath the couch something to pull on to get deeper. Okay. Oh. Anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior pelvic tilt. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chest. Anterior pelvic tilt. Again, the focus is on the exhalation and elongating the exhalation. The longer the exhalation, the more you can give your muscle time to release and lengthen. 45 seconds. Keep breathing. And your pelvic tilt. And 3, 2, 1, and release. Release, release. And notice if you were able to get deeper today, because we've worked a lot on different dimensions around the hip, mostly the forward and back dimension, but they're all interrelated, right? They're all right, and it's 3-dimensional. So even though it's not directly in that plane, it's going to be pulling. Oh, cool. Okay. Flap it out, flap it out. Okay, if we did that, and the counter pose to that would be, okay. All right. Go ahead and come onto your back. Oh. Basically a lot of heart opening, right? Because we did a lot of forward folding. So heart opening is back bends, fish, wheel. Oh, we haven't used our wheel in a while. Okay, wheel. Okay. Bridge pose. Oh. And so I would, if instead of getting a second set of blocks, like the first thing is get set of blocks. If you already have one set of blocks, you don't need another set of blocks. If you were going to get something, I like my yoga wheel. I know like last year during the holidays, it was on sale on Amazon for like $20 because they're normally like 40 to 60, but I really like my yoga wheel a lot. Okay. Bridge pose. So do 2 to 3 rounds of bridge and wheel, or I like if you have your wheel, I like to use the wheel to do the counter poses for all the forward folding that we did today. And that is to get on the wheel and walk the hands down and get that stretch. So I drop my hips down to stretch away from my elbows. And release, release, release. Oh, that feels good. Oh, I should like get on my yoga wheel at least like 30 seconds a day. I should do that. There's no reason why I can't do that. I just don't, but I should. Well, that feels good for me. Ooh. We should stay longer on that. Okay, let's come on to our back. Oh, hug your knees into your chest, extend the legs out long. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Oh, hold on. Yes, dear. We're doing Shavasana. Yeah. After we have to get everybody off the mat first. Okay. Did you like the candy? No, you didn't like that. Huh? Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was like peppermint. Okay, slowly roll onto one side.
Mommy, it tastes like expired peppermint.
Oh. Okay. I like that.
I don't like expired peppermint.
Slowly press your up to seated, rooting your sit bones into the earth. Kiki, would you like to teach a breathing thing? Would you like to teach? You want to teach your pose? Okay. Rooting your sit bones into the earth.
No, I'm not there.
Clasping palms together, drawing them down to heart center, and bowing forward. Namaste.
Mama,
Yes, dear.
can I teach my breathing now?
Yes, you can teach your